I'm actually hoping for a proof though. Oh wait, I think we have one. I recognize it because this line right here. See if I'm right about that. Yeah. Oh, that's sick. See that little line on the edge of the coin? That almost always indicates a proof. I don't know why, but it does. Hello everybody and welcome back to the final episode of my one box of every coin mini series. We've come a long way since we started with $2,375 in face value of coins. We're down to just $525 now, and you can see these boxes are completely empty. These used to weigh a ton. So what do you say we go ahead and get rid of those and just focus on our final $525 in coins. If you didn't catch the first 4 episodes, I highly recommend you check that out. I'll put a link to the playlist up here. We found pretty much everything that you can hope to find in all different denominations, so whatever we find today is just icing on the cake. We will of course be using the Quin coin mats once again today as we go through each denomination to help us identify any rare coins that we may find, but also just to help with managing these coins. They're really good for picking up the coins that you don't want and dumping them into your dump box when you're done. As always, if you're interested in picking up one or more of these coin placemats to aid you in your own coin roll hunting, you can head on over to my website at quinscoins.com, and I'll put a link down in the description below. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our final set of coins and see what we can find. Alright guys, we're going to be going in order today, starting with the pennies, working our way up towards those larger denominations from nickels to dimes, quarters, half dollars, and then finally the small dollar coins. So we're breaking into our first roll here of pennies. We've had some decent luck in the past with these pennies. It's not been the best set of pennies, I can say for sure, but we've definitely had some chances. A few wheat pennies here and there, and just hoping to see if we can squeak out a few more before the end of this box. This roll, unfortunately, is not looking like it's going to be too great for us, though. I see a lot of zinc and not a whole lot of copper-looking coins, so no wheat pennies there. We'll try one more, and if we don't get anything here, then we'll just keep moving on. And I will let you guys know once we do actually come up on something good here in the pennies. These final 10 rolls. So let's take a look here. There was actually a decent shot at some Canadian stuff. I haven't seen that in a little while though. We did start us off with a King George VI Canadian penny right on the end of one of the rolls, which was pretty awesome. And then I think we found at least one more additional Canadian penny. There's another one of those really nice shiny 1974s that we've been finding in the rolls, so I will pull that one out. And we'll do a wrap up here at the end as well. I'll show you all of how many of those we were actually able to find in all of these rolls that we've gone through in this series. So, alright, what the heck. Let's do one more roll here. If nothing pops out, then we will move on to the rest and just let you know as things progress. But so far, these are looking like probably the most zinc rolls that I have seen out of all of the pennies in this box so far. So not super impressed at this point, but we'll just keep moving through them and I will let you know what I find. All right, no wheat pennies so far, but we do have a 2009, which I don't see too many of. These are low mintage. There are 4 different designs. I think this is the second one in the series, formative years there. And pretty decent looking coin right there for 15 years old at this point, 2009 Philadelphia, so no mint mark on that. But it's actually been a while since I found one of those, especially in this box, so I will definitely take it, especially considering that we are now 5 rolls in and I haven't really been able to find anything else. So hopefully our luck turns around here, especially getting into these other denominations. All right, looks like we are coming up on at least one more Canadian, squeezing it out of these last few rolls here. So there it is, a 2005, and actually I think there's something to be on the lookout for on those 2005 Canadians. I could be mixing that up with 2006, but I do have a Canadian coin book that I can pull out here, and we can confirm that. You can see that's the final design of Queen Elizabeth right there, and then it switched over to King Charles in recent years. So there you go, 2005. Let me check to see what we're looking for on that one, and I'll get back to you. So here we go. We got our Canadian coin book opened up to the 1 cent page, and yeah, looking at it, it looks like I was confusing it for the 2006. You can see there's tons of different 2006s, a few of which they don't even have any idea what the mintages are on them, but they do exist, and they're worth quite a bit of money. But 2005s, as you can see, there's a couple different mintages here. So 2005 regular, it comes in at quite a few, almost 1 billion of those, and then 2005 P comes in at 30 million minted. So quite a big discrepancy there. We'll go ahead and take a look to see if we have a 2005 P or not, and I believe the P would be right underneath the bust of Queen Elizabeth. So right there, which I do not see anything there. So we just got the more common one there, and it's not in great shape either, so I don't think this is going to be worth a whole lot. But it is kind of cool to see them anyway, just because they don't make them anymore ever since 2012. So nice to see that pop up in circulation from time to time. And with that being said, guys, we got 3 more rolls to take a look at. Hopefully we can squeak a weed out. All right, let's keep moving. This one seems thinner. It's 1995 though, so nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing special about that, so we'll throw it back. All right, there we go. We got another Canadian. Looks like it's gonna be showing up for us, so let's move our way towards it. It's right here, 1982 looks like. Once again, not in the best shape and a little bit tough to read there, so I'll give you a quick zoom. Yep, 1982 is definitely the date on it. It's one of those like 12-sided coins, kind of interesting. I think they might have a slightly different weight than the other ones, but you can see there's a different design of Queen Elizabeth there, just in case you haven't seen that before. Definitely get more of those up in the northern states. I don't see a whole lot of them down here in North Carolina, but always happy to see them pop out once in a while like that. On the other hand, we're kind of getting down to the end of these rolls here, guys, and there's not a whole lot going on in terms of copper pennies. It's mainly all zinc, and this right here is our last chance of getting a wheat penny on this particular set of coins. So if we don't get one here, we're kind of, what in the world? Well, we may get a wheat penny. It's hard to tell, but I just saw this crazy thing right here. What the heck is that? So at first I thought it was like a square coin because I saw the edge like that, but there's no way that the mint would put a square coin into circulation, right? So I think it's just messed up. Let's go ahead and check it out. I mean, you can see the zinc. You can see what looks like a zinc core kind of showing out right there. So let's just grab it and take a look here. Yeah, so what is that? 2021, just a zinc coin. That's kind of crazy though. Oh my gosh, what happened to this coin? Like somebody was doing a little science experiment or something. You can see it's got like almost like little bite marks on it as well, or like it's been hole punched. Looks like it's suffered some environmental damage as well as just being beat to heck. So interesting find right there. I don't think I've ever seen an edge like that come out. I literally thought we had a square coin there for a second. So all right, let's see if we're gonna grab a wheat penny out of this final roll though, and not get skunked on this one in terms of wheat pennies. All right, there's another nice 1974 right there, and it looks like we have one more, another nice 1974, but no wheat pennies, guys. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and move on to the nickels. So swapping out that penny placemat for the nickel placemat, I've definitely had better luck in this denomination, I should say, than I have over in the pennies. I'm really hoping, I think one thing that we're missing from the nickels would be a buffalo nickel. We got silver, we got a bunch of the older ones that we were looking for. So yeah, buffalo nickel would be great to see come out. Oh, we also got like multiple 2009s. I flip every single coin. Those came out in the same episode, believe it or not. But yeah, I haven't been able to find one before or since. So we'll keep an eye out for those. I don't see anything looking particularly old in this roll. Otherwise, I would have gone directly to it. But yeah, we'll flip these for 2009s, as I would advise all of you to do as well. Also want to be on the lookout for those 2024s. There's a 2008 right there, so very close, but nothing it looks like is going to be coming out of this first roll. So let's go ahead and grab one more here just to see if we can pull anything out here in these first couple of rolls to get us off to a good start. I wouldn't mind another silver. We were able to pull one of those as well, but you can never have enough silvers, so I would definitely take another one. All right, just taking a quick glance at these coins. I'm not really seeing anything that's looking super old, so I'll just take a look through them, move on to the next roll, and let you know what we're finding. This roll is looking a lot more promising. There's a 63 there, so getting back there already, but really want to focus over here. I think we got something much older. So let's do a quick zoom here and reveal this date. All right, here we go. 3, 2, there we go. 1954. And 1. Let's take a look at it and see what it's going to be for the mint mark. So we could get a 1954S. I don't think that makes it in low mintage range though, unfortunately. Around that period though, like 52, 53, I believe are low mintage. So still hoping for the S though, because we don't get it a whole lot. Let's see if we can get it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so no mint mark, guys. You would see it on the right hand of the Monticello if there was one. And that is our first find in 6 rolls out of the 10 remaining that we have here. And that is going to be our first find. So chances at finding that buffalo are starting to look a little slim, but I still got hopes. So let's see what we can do. I mean, if you think about it, you know, we were talking about that silver nickel last time, and I feel like I kind of manifested that into existence because right on the last roll, we were able to actually pull one out. So who knows? Maybe the same thing will happen with the buffalo. All right, couple of interesting coins here on the edges. Hey, there we go. Wow, that is our third one on the box. That is actually insane. I don't think that's ever happened, or maybe just once. 2009 Denver. I think they were all Denvers before as well. I guess we'll find out on the ultimate wrap up here at the end, but that is our third 2009 Denver on this box at Nickels. So great find right there. I usually average about one per maybe 1 to 1.5 boxes these days, so nice to see that one come out for us. We'll definitely take that. And just like that, we are on to our last roll of nickels. So let's see if it's going to bring us anything. Not really seeing too much on the edges there. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's definitely an older one right there. And we have an older one right here as well. So this is looking like the roll to end it. I don't see any buffaloes like we were hoping, but maybe this is a compromise. All right, let's just work our way through it and see what we come up across. So 1948 is our first find right there. I'll have to see if there is anything to look for in terms of low mintage. I know that the S mint mark is probably going to be the lowest on that one. So again, we'll be hoping for a 48S. So let's see if we can get it here, guys. 3, 2, and 1. No, it's going to be no mint mark once again on that one. So same as the 54 that we got earlier. Let's do a quick zoom out here as we move through the rest of this. I feel like there could be something else on our way over to this older coin wherever it went. I lost track of it, but let's just see here. So that's an 84. I thought that might be something. This is the old one right here, I believe. Yeah, it's got to be. Unless there's another one. Am I losing it? I thought there was another one kind of over in this area, but this might be it. So I don't know, guys. This kind of looks like it's one of those 1930s coins to me. I don't know what it is about it, but it feels even older than the other ones that we've seen so far. So no mint mark to be seen there. If it's a 38 or a 39, I would definitely be happy with it, no matter what the mint mark is. Even a 50 would be great too. That's a low mintage coin. So, all right, let's go ahead and flip it over and find out. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, there we go, guys. It is a 39. That is sick. I don't know how I was able to figure that out. I think the 30s just having a little bit of a different look to them, which I was able to somehow identify by the reverse there. And I do see something in the mint mark spot. I don't think that that is a mint mark though. But there is actually an error to be on the lookout for on this one particular 1939 Philadelphia. So let's go ahead and throw that up under the microscope and see if we got it on this one. So here's what we're looking for, guys. The 1939 Philadelphia double die reverse. Extremely prevalent, as you can see. A lot of doubling, so much so that they actually put it on the cover of this book. Let's go ahead and slide ours under there and see if we're going to end up with that doubling. Now, you can usually see it just with the naked eye, and you might have seen it already earlier as I showed that coin, but when we put it up here, you can definitely see if it has it or not, and we can see that this one does not have it. I have found one with it before though, so I know it's possible, and it was probably one of the coolest things I've ever found. So always on the lookout for another one. And with that being said, guys, that is going to do it for the nickels. I did double check to make sure that the 48 and 54 didn't have anything to look for in the cherry picker's guide here. So we will be moving on now to the dimes. So once again, swapping out the placemat now for the silver stacking placemat, which features dimes, quarters, and half dollars. We're going to be on the lookout once again for those 2009s. Those are low mintage, just like with the nickels. Any Canadians, maybe Canadian silver is possible. We will be able to identify them just by the edges on most cases, and would really like to see an old silver edge, or any silver for that matter. We haven't been able to get any out of these dime rolls yet, so we will be definitely focusing on that. I would really love to walk away from this entire hunt with at least a silver out of either the dimes or the quarters, but I know it is tough. So hopefully we can get lucky here and grab something silver out of one of those denominations. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what we can get. All right, coming up on the halfway point, and probably the most interesting thing we found so far out of these dimes just popped out. It's a bit of a thicker rim there, and something going on with the surface as well, I have to say. These things come out quite often though with the dimes. I think it's just because they're so small, it's easier to make mistakes on them. So I don't think that that's necessarily worth a whole lot. I have heard from the comments last time I found one of these, a couple of you guys pull these out as well. So what the heck, why not pull it out? If we're not finding any silver, we may as well pull something, right? So we'll keep moving here though. I got, looks like this plus 6 more rolls, so still some chance for silver there. Well, guys, we are on the second to last roll, and I just kind of spotted this one that I just find to be kind of an interesting strike. I mean, you can see down there on the kind of right hand side, the rim is almost blends into the rest of the coin. I mean, that could be damage, but otherwise, I mean, this thing looks kind of pristine, you know? So I don't know. This could be an interesting find. 1985p. I mean, it's got great detail. And like I said, the rim just kind of blends in on that right side. So I will definitely put this one to the side and see if we can figure that one out later. So that was our second to last roll, and this is our last roll. So our very last chance for silver on the dimes. Let's see if we can get it done. This box owes us. Here we go. And... well, sometimes it's tough, especially if you don't have the best eyesight. This one's just weird though, so I feel like I need to. Okay, that doesn't really answer any questions. Let's take a look at the obverse, huh? What do we got here? 60. I think it's a 67. So just an odd one. Not going to be silver. I've been tricked by stuff like that before, and yeah, you can definitely see the clad edge on that one as well. So once you put it in the right light, it kind of reveals itself to you. Looks like we're not going to get any silver on the dimes, guys, so I'll look through the rest of these, see if there's any 2009s hiding here, and we'll get onto the quarters. All right, onto the quarters, where we will be looking for many things, but mainly 90% silver, those pre-65s once again, and then on top of that, we'll be looking for the West Point 2019s and 2020s. We were already able to get one out of this box of quarters, so hopefully a second one is in store. And you know, a lot of people don't know this, but the West Point quarters are actually more valuable in many cases than a silver quarter is. So kind of crazy to think, but that is the way it is. As long as you can get a West Point in decent shape, it's probably going to be worth more than just a standard silver quarter that you find in circulation. Of course, there's a ton to look for in the quarters. There's so many different designs that can definitely be overwhelming. So let's just go through these together, and I will kind of guide you along my thought process as we take a look at these coins. So here's a 2020 right here. So we got a shot at a West Point there. Let's just give it a flip. And no, it looks like that one's going to be a Philadelphia. Right next to that one is a bicentennial. I do like to pull these out. It's got that double date on it. Let's do a zoom on that. So 1776, 1976 in very circulated condition, but this is why I like to pull them out. It's got this on the reverse, which is a pretty cool design. And I've been pulling those out since I was a kid, so got to keep it going. Let's see what else we got in this roll. We're coming up on a 2021 Philadelphia. Now, there is something to look for on these as well, specifically on the 2021 Ps. So you'd be looking for some extra material on the top of Washington's hat there. I don't see any on this one, but if I had any inkling that there was, I'd put it up under the scope for you. There's a really nice 1979 right there, which could probably fill a spot in our collection just as an upgrade, so I'll put that one to the side. And then here we go, we got a 2019 Lowell, so we'll flip that to see if we got a W on that, and it doesn't look like it. It's just going to be a Philadelphia, so we'll keep moving through the roll, guys. We're about halfway through it here. As you can see, there's tons more interesting stuff to look at in the quarters versus the dimes, so that's always fun. All right, there's another Lowell, but that one's going to be a Philadelphia. Here's another 2020 National Park, so we'll flip that one for a W. And not going to get it that time. All right, just a few more to go here, guys. There's another 2020 right there. Already saw that that was a Philadelphia, and it looks like that is going to pretty much do it for that first roll. So let's get into the next one, and we'll see what else we can get. All right, 2019 there. No W, though. Another 2019 right here. We'll check that. No, it's going to be Philly. It looks like we got a Salt River Bay coming up here, 2020. We can check. And that one's a Philly as well. Lots of chances, though, which I like to see. And there's a 65 right there. 1 year off of being silver. Oh, another 65 right next to it. Maybe that's a good sign. Hey, we got a Kansas. Let's take a look at that one real quick. So we're going to be looking for the In God We Rust error on this one. I'll throw up a picture of what that looks like in case you haven't seen it before. We did get one at least either 2 episodes ago or 1, but it looks like we're not going to get it this time. You can see that the T in God We Trust looks pretty solid there, so we'll throw that one back and keep moving. All right, looks like we're going to finish this roll off with an Alaska quarter, which we'll have to throw up under the microscope to see if we got the error to look for on that one. So we'll do that in just a bit. All right, halfway through, we got a 2019 American Memorial Park, and it's not a W. All right, looks like we're finishing roll number 3 off with a bicentennial quarter right there. So we'll put that one to the side just like we did the last. And then we got another 2020 National Park right here, which we're going to flip for the W. Nice shape on this one, so would really love to get the W here. Nope, just a Philly on that one like most others. So let's keep moving, guys, and see what else the quarters have in store. Wow, look at the toning on that Illinois. That's pretty nice, actually. Here's a close-up. That is pretty sweet. Let's see if the reverse has it. No, it does not. Sorry, the obverse. So it's just on the reverse of this Illinois 2003 in decent shape. Edge looks nice, shiny. This has probably been sitting in someone's collection for a while to stay in that good shape and gain that type of toning. But I will pull that out because I just like it. All right, we got a Marsh Billings Rockefeller. No W. How about a Lowell? That one is a Philly. All right, starting this roll off with a San Antonio Missions 2019 right here. So we'll flip that one for the W. Would be awesome to get one like that. And now I'm coming up on something I don't really ever see. It looks like somebody's been marking their quarters, which usually that's reserved for $half, but that's not great to see. I don't really like to see that. Hopefully that doesn't continue going forward here. How about a Marsh Billings Rockefeller? No. All right, look at this. 2 Wisconsin quarters in a row. There's an error to check for on that one, so we'll pull out both of them to put up under the microscope in just a minute here, and we'll keep taking a look. And there's a 2019 War in the Pacific. Nope. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I just about got fooled by that right there, which really does look like an older silver, and I think you can probably see which one I'm talking about right there. Unfortunately, you can see that there is a little bit of brown on it as well, which makes up that clad layer. If I had to guess, I'd say this is probably a 60s coin, maybe a 65. And nope, 67 it is. But yeah, that definitely had the look to it. Unfortunately, that is still going to be clad though. So not getting a silver quarter this time. We got 2 more rolls to open though, so that chance still lives on. All right, so that's our second to last quarter roll right there. Definitely not seeing any silver, so we got 1 more shot at it. Well, let's see if we're going to grab anything in this roll first. Here's a War in the Pacific, and no W. What about a National Park 2020? Nope, no W there either. All right, Salt River Bay for the win. Nope, that's just a Philly, but that one is in great shape, so. All right, guys, we got 1 more roll of quarters. Like I said, very slim chance to get silver on the quarters, but it does still exist. It's always a possibility, so let's see if we can get it done on this last roll. No, it doesn't look like it. There is still the chance at a W, though, which we've already pulled 1 from this box, so hopefully we can grab another one here. There's a 2012 Shaco Culture. Matter of fact, I think we may actually still need that one in the collection, depending on what the mint mark is. Those 2012s are among the hardest to find in the quarters. I'm not going to be as rare as the W's, of course, not going to be as rare in circulation as silver coins, but still nice to see that come out. And it's going to be a Philadelphia. So let me double check the collection, see if we still need that one or not. All right, so as you can see, we still need the Denver on the Shaco Culture. Looks like we still need the Denver on all but 2 of the 2012s. You can see Denali and Hawaiian Volcanoes have been filled in. This one I have had such a difficult time finding. I think this is literally the only El Yunque that I have ever found. So that is insane. But yeah, still on the lookout for quite a few of those 2012s, and just about had it there, but not quite. All right, there's another Kansas quarter. We can check for In God We Rust. It might be easier to do that under the microscope, actually, so I'll put that one to the side for now, since we're going to be looking at the microscope in just a minute here anyway. And there's another Wisconsin. We'll put that one with, geez, we got 4 of them now, so hopefully a better shot at it than we've done in the past. Here's another National Park 2020. Going for the W and missing, unfortunately. Let's see what we're going to finish off with here. So 2021 Philadelphia. I like to put those under the scope if I suspect that there's something going on with them. Got a couple of Denvers here. Neither one of them are going to be anything desirable. And just like that, guys, that is the end of the quarters. So I got a few coins here we're going to put up under the scope, see if we got any of those errors or varieties we're searching for. All right, let's start things off with that quadruple Wisconsin, where we'll be looking for the extra leaf error, where there's an extra leaf on the corn stalk, either high or low. Both are very desirable, so take a look at that, see if you can see it on any of these. It looked like that one was pretty bare, and again, you can usually see this with the bare eye, but it's nice to put it up under here just to make sure, to double check. And so just kind of getting to the final one here, and I do not see any extra leaf on any of these, unfortunately, so the hunt continues. All right, let's take a look at that single Alaska quarter, where we'll be looking for the extra claw, as well as some extra material between the letters L and A and N in the Great Land up there. It looks like we do have an extra claw, but I'm not seeing that extra material. These ones come in varying degrees. It's actually pretty easy to find, so this one I would probably throw back. Now on to the Kansas. This one is in very bad shape, but I do want to check just to see if we're going to end up with an In God We Rust error, and it doesn't look like we are on this one, so we will just throw that back, guys. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the $half. So sliding the placemat on down one more time, staying on that silver stacking placemat though, looking for 90% silver halves and 40% silver from 65 up through 70. If I could just find one, I would be extremely happy. This $half box has been killing me, but I feel like there's still a chance, there's still hope that we can find something. There's also NIFCs not intended for circulation coins to be on lookout for, 2002 through 2020. Yeah, we haven't found a single one of those yet either, so it's definitely been a rough box. I feel like there are much better boxes out there, which we will be attempting to find. I'm just kind of getting back into $half for the first time, so trying to figure things out here. It's definitely a little bit different than it used to be, even back in, say, 2015, 2016 when I was hunting them. I felt like there was, it seemed like a better chance to get them. Maybe what you need to do is get into customer wrapped rolls. But then again, that could also just be another person's dump. So it's tough, but I think I'm starting to kind of figure it out. Obviously, I know that this was not the way to go. With this bank box being, it seems completely barren. But I don't want to jinx it here, guys. I still think that there is a chance that there is a silver $half in here, maybe even more than one. But yeah, I guess until that, oh wait a minute, we don't have silver, but we do have a nice shiny coin here that could be an NIFC. So let's see if we're gonna finally get one here. Oh no, it's 2000, so just a couple of years off there from being an NIFC, which we have not been able to get yet. All right, we'll keep moving through them, guys, and I'll let you know if I find anything good. Yeah, that right there is the reason why I think this isn't going too well for us. A lot of marked coins, as you can see, the little red dot there. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Usually it's like a black dot or a black line across one of the coins. Let's see, what is that gonna be? It was on the end there. That's a 1995, so not gonna be NIFC. There you go, there's your black dot mark right there. So we got 5 more, looks like, no, 6 more rolls to go. All right, there's a more egregious mark right there. I don't even know what that says. Looks like a 2 and a V to me, but yeah, there's several marks on these coins, guys, so I'm gonna have to maybe go over to a different bank or try asking for smaller amounts, see if there's any customer wrapped or something like that, because this certainly isn't working out. All right, guys, last shot at silver from the halves, and last shot for the rest of these hunts. Oh, wait a minute. Seems like we have, no, well, first off, no silver, but kind of a thicker rim here. Are we gonna end with an NIFC? That would be great. No, it's a 73. All right, so I don't think we got a single thing in this box, guys, pending whatever comes out of this roll. So let's take a look real quick. Also got to remember the 1987s are NIFC too. I found those back in the day. Look at that. There's a JP now. So everybody has run through these coins by now. I guess they've probably taken just about everything. So that's it for the halves. Really not much to be found there, but we are moving on to the dollar coins where there is a ton to be found, so stay tuned. And with that, we make the switch over to our brand new dollar coin placemat. We get the small dollars on this side, large dollars on the other side. Large dollars is a whole nother beast though, very difficult to obtain for hunting those. But we do have actually one final ender for this multi-denomination hunt, guys. I don't know if this is going to be an NIFC. It's definitely one of these Native American dollars, but we're looking for 2012 up to the present date. It could also be a 2009, 2010, or 2011, which there are a ton of in circulation. So those were made for circulation. We're hoping for something a little bit newer though, so that we can get something a little better. So just taking a look at the edges of these coins, yeah, some nice looking Susan B's there. A whole bunch of what looks to be President's dollars as well. And let's grab this one off the top and see if it's going to end up being an NIFC for us right off the bat to start us off nicely here on this dollar coin hunt. So here we go, guys. Let's see a nice design. 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, that's, I think that's 2011 or something like that. So that's one of the ones that you see all the time that was made for circulation. So definitely going to be throwing that one back. But let's see what we got for the rest of these coins. I'm seeing some promising stuff here. Like, what is, oh, that's a 2011. So not going to be NIFC, but let's see what else there is. All right, so not too much going on in that first roll. Did pull out the 2000 Ps and 1979 Philadelphia Susan B's to look at under the scope for a few errors in just a little bit here. And now we're moving on to our next roll, which looks like it's going to have a lot of Sacagaweas in it because I don't see a whole lot of edge lettering. But let's take a look. You always want to check the 2007s to see if there's any missing edge lettering on those ones, because that is possible. But once again, pulling out 2000 Ps, pulling out 79 Philadelphia's as well. And I'm not seeing anything super crazy on this roll right off the bat, so we'll just keep looking through it and see what we can find. All right, on to roll number 3 of the dollar coins now. See a couple of shiners in there, but for the most part. I'm not seeing much. What is that going to be? I thought that might have been a proof, but I don't think it is. All right, let's take a look. That is a Native American dollar. That is interesting looking. Let's see. Yeah, it's one of the originals there. So, all right, yeah, 3 rolls in. Haven't really found anything yet, but we do have a few coins to take a look at under the scope. So hopefully we'll find some of those errors and varieties. I'm actually hoping for a proof though. We've been successful at finding proofs. Oh wait, I think we have one. I recognize it because this line right here. I think that line is just always there. Every time you have a proof, it seems like that little line is present. So let's see if I'm right about that. Yeah. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that is so cool. All right, so let's make sure you guys can actually see this. This is very obviously a proof. It doesn't look like it's had too much circulation either, although it's clearly been put into circulation. The second president, John Adams, right there. So that's going to be a 2007 San Francisco. So cool that you're able to find these things, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be going into the collection. I don't think I found a proof yet that hasn't gone in, so that is very, very cool. And like I said, guys, you see that little line on the edge of the coin? That almost always indicates a proof. I don't know why, but it does. So very cool right there. We'll put that one to the side and see what else we got in this roll. All right, and there is an NIFC coming along with that proof. Calvin Coolidge is going to be our first NIFC that is not a proof. So let's take a look at that one. Calvin Coolidge, and that year is going to be, yes, 2014. I thought that was 2011 for a second. It certainly looks like it, but it can't be. He's definitely a later president. So 2014 Denver on the Calvin Coolidge. I don't think we need that one in the collection, but it's not supposed to be there, so we'll take it. Oh, what the heck is that? I thought that this was just a regular, I don't know, just based on the edge, it didn't look special, but this is definitely something, and I think it's going to be another Native American NIFC that we do not have. What a roll. It is definitely made up for all of the duds that came before it, but there you go, treaty with the Delawares, and let's just do a quick flip to confirm. Yep, it isn't a Native American dollar. Now we got to take a look at the edge to find out what the year is going to be, which is always kind of a pain if you ask me, but let's see. So there it is. Let's see if we can get it in focus. Yes, that is a 2013 Denver. So just made it into that NIFC range there. 2013 Denver. You can find proofs of these as well, which I am on the lookout for. So that is a nice design right there. We got the turkey, the turtle or tortoise, I can't really tell, and then the wolf right there at the top. So very cool design right there. I've not seen before. So that one will definitely be going into the collection. So we're halfway through the dollar coins now. Got some great finds already. Now we're going to be taking a look at these 79Ps and 2000Ps for a couple of errors, namely that near date on the 79P and then the Spirit Eagle or the elusive Cheerios dollar. Hopefully we can find something in that category. So let's throw up those 79Ps first. Those are going to be the Susan B. Anthony's. These do come out quite frequently, but the near date, not so much. I've only found a few of them in my few boxes of hunting dollar coins. So let's see if we're going to get one here out of these particular rolls. How nice, we did! Oh man, it's got some damage on it though. That's too bad. So here, I'll show you a regular one. You can see there's a lot of space between the 1979 and the bottom of the coin. And then here is our near date, almost touching that edge. Unfortunately, it does have that damage on it. But we'll definitely be pulling it out either way. I feel like I'm on my way to making a roll of these things. I only need 25, and I've got like 4 or 5 at this point, so definitely possible. I will take it for sure. We got a few more coins to check here too, so let's see if we can get another one. All right, looks like that's the one and only for now, so we'll see if we can get any more in the last couple of rolls there. Now on to the 2000P Sacagawea is looking for that Speared Eagle as well as that Cheerios dollar, which is going to have the detailed tail feathers. Let's take a look. All right, still nothing on the Eagles. We got 4 more rolls to go. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah, pretty standard looking roll here for roll number 5. All right, we definitely got some shiners here. Let's see if we're gonna get any proofs. Oh, I don't see a proof, but I do see a definite presidential NIFC right there. That is gonna be George H.W. And I think that that is the, yeah, definitely the newest dollar coin that you can get. I believe this one's actually gonna be 2020. So they stopped making them in 2016. And for lack of a better term, because they ran out of dead presidents. And then obviously George H.W. Bush died in 2018 and they made him onto the coin in 2020. So he's the last president to make it onto one of these coins. And like I said, that came out in 2020. So let's search for that year real quick. And there it is. Yep, confirmed 2020 Denver on the George H.W. Bush NIFC presidential dollar right there. I don't know if I have one of those or not in the collection, so I'll have to check. I got a bunch of coins that I need to put in, so we'll just kind of do that at the end, I think, here. And let's see if we got anything else. A real nice shiny one there in the middle. Let's just grab for it. See if it's going to be... No, it's not going to be a proof. James K. Polk. That was the answer on one of the recent Jeopardy final questions. If you guys watch Jeopardy, you might get that reference. But yeah, let's see if we're going to get anything here. We got one more roll to go after this. That is very odd. I don't like that. Oh man, okay, what is, yeah, this is a 2,000 piece, so we'll put that to the side. And yeah, I'm not seeing too much else in this roll, so we'll keep moving. All right guys, final roll of this 6-box, 6 denomination, $2,375 hunt. Let's see what it's got in store for us. So far, not a whole lot. We do have a Native American dollar here though. It could be an NIFC. We've had a pattern of finding those in the past, so let's just do a quick flip. No, that is not. Kind of suspected that if it's looking a little more circulated, it's probably not going to be an NIFC. All right, we're going to end off here. Looks like at least on another presidential NIFC, though. We got Dwight D. Eisenhower right there. So I will take that. And we'll end it off with a couple more 1979 Philadelphias, which we will be throwing up under the microscope to see if we got another one of those near dates. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, here we go with the 1979s. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh my gosh, we did! 2 out of 8 rolls. That is kind of crazy. We got one more to check. Let's just see if we can make it 3. Nope, that one's normal. Wow, that is cool though. 2 near dates out of just 8 rolls, and I think we only got 1 out of the previous 32? Yeah, only 1 out of the previous 32. 2 out of 8 rolls. It's kind of like with the 2009s. It's weird it happens that way, but that's crazy. So there we go. Another near date. And then we got a few more Eagle coins to look at here, actually including that. Let me just make sure I grab this one so it doesn't get lost within the rest of them. And then look at this. This is one of our 2000 Philadelphias. So yeah, I guess I don't see the error on that one, so that's good. But I have no idea what this material is. Looks like some kind of fibers there, so interesting. Let's take a look at the rest of these Eagles. All right, still no luck on the Eagles. With that, we're gonna move into a multi-denomination wrap-up to see how we did on this hunt. But before we do that, we better fill in those dollar coins into their respective collections. So starting with that really nice John Adams proof that we found a little bit earlier, you can see that is gonna be going in right there. It's actually in much better shape than our George Washington proof there, so that is a nice thing to see. I'll probably find another example of that George Washington proof at some point, but there we go, guys. Slide it in right there, and that looks really nice. And then for our Native American collection, it says just Sacagawea is up through the present date from 2000. Yeah, 2013 is the date that we were able to get, and we definitely don't have any of those at all yet. So it's going to be a 2013 Denver. It had all of those animals on the front of it, the wolf, the turkey, and the turtle. So that one is going to be going in right there. All right, guys, welcome to the wrap-up. I actually have multiple wrap-ups for you today, so we're just going to kind of speed run through them. Yeah, looking at the pennies, it definitely ended up a lot better than what today's hunt showed. You can see we actually have, what is that, 11 wheat pennies right there? So really not too bad. We just didn't add to that total today, unfortunately. We did find some other interesting stuff as well, including we did get 1 dime in the penny roll. A few what I'm gonna call foreign coins because we just don't see them too often down here, so I'll count those for 2 points apiece on the Quin Coins scoring sheet. We did get 4 of the 2009s, almost completed the set. We did get 1 double there though, so we're missing the professional life. And then definitely one of the coolest finds was that 1941 KG6 penny right there, which was right on the end of the roll. Didn't really find anything else like it other than a few more modern Canadians. And then, like I promised, here's all of those 1974 super shiny coins right there that we were able to pull out. Somebody must have dumped an entire uncirculated roll of 74s in for whatever reason. Did get a few other nice shiny copper coins, although these ones don't quite look as good as those 74s. All in all, on the Quin Coins score sheet for the pennies, we ended up with 78 points. So not the best, not the worst. Definitely some interesting stuff in that box. Now moving on to the nickels. As we can see here, quite a bit of stuff to take a look at here. So let's take a look first at those 1950s. You can see we've got a whole bunch of them, 52, 54, 56, 57, pretty much every date that you can get in the 50s. Then moving on to the 40s, which we count for 4 points, a little bit less there, the 41s, 46, 47, 48, and 49. Of course, the 42 to 45 would be in the war nickel range, which is in a different category. Then we did actually get 3 1939s there. None of them had any mint marks, so no low mintage or key dates there. and didn't find the error on any of them, but that's okay. We still got next time. Speaking of low mintage coins, though, we were able to get one right here. It's a 1952 San Francisco, along with a 1944 San Francisco war nickel, which actually fits into 2 categories on our score sheet here. So it is a war nickel. It's also a low mintage. They do count for the same amount of points, though, so we'll just count it for 10 towards our score sheet. And then just a few more finds. Once again, we did get another Canadian 1986, which we will count as a foreign coin for 2 points. And then 3 whopping 2009 Denvers. Couldn't believe that, that we were able to get that. Those are going to be worth 5 points apiece. And like I said, usually get about 1 per box, so 3 in 1 box is amazing. We did get a couple of oddball coins, which I'm not going to count for points, including this ghost coin right here, kind of crazy looking, and then just this weird damage pattern on that one right there, along with a nicely toned 2002. So once we add them all up, as far as what we count for points, we got a total of 79. So just barely beat out the penny box there for our nickels there using our nickel score sheet. Now moving on to the silver stacking denominations. We don't have a score sheet for these, but I do want to show you what we were able to get. Unfortunately, from the silver stacking denominations, we didn't get any silver, but we did get a couple of interesting things. So right down here, we got some with thicker rims on those dimes there. I don't think these are really worth anything, but I do like to pull them out anyway. We did get a couple of 2009s on the dimes, which was nice. My effort of looking super close at these tiny little coins definitely paid off there because we got a couple. And then just some interesting stuff here. I mean, some interesting damage patterns, stuff that looked like silver that actually wasn't. And then this 1985, which is kind of odd, we found in this episode. I'm just going to be holding on to that. So that's what we got for the dimes. Not a whole lot. The quarters, on the other hand, were a different story. We did get a whole bunch of bicentennials, which I love to pull out. Looks like we got about 9 there. So just shy of the double digits. We did get a Business Strike San Francisco coin as well. You can see that's pretty cool. San Francisco mint mark, and then flip it over, and that is going to be the Frederick Douglass design. So that's awesome. We got a very slight Kansas In God We Rust error. As you can see, like the T is somewhat obstructed, but it's definitely still there. If you look at it from a certain angle, it definitely looks like In God We Rust though. Pretty nice Alaska error. And yeah, this one's so egregious that you don't even really need a microscope to see it. You can see the extra material in between L and A and N there on the Great Land. So that's a pretty cool error to pull out. And then on top of that, of course, we got a West Point quarter, which went into one of our collections. So that's sitting in a collection right now. That was probably by far the best find of the entire hunt. Then in terms of the half dollars, absolutely nothing. We just got these 2 toned coins and nothing else to show for it, unfortunately. And that brings us to the dollar coins, where you can see we found a ton of stuff, but this isn't even all of it, guys. There's a lot that went into collections. I'm not going to go through all of that. It was just too much to count even. To check out the previous videos if you want to see what all went into what collections. But you can see down here we were able to get 3 1979 Philadelphia near dates, 2 of them coming out in today's episode, so kind of crazy how that worked out. And then in terms of Sacagawea NIFCs, we got 5 of them, including the ones that went into the collections. Haven't found any in today's episode or the previous one though, so again, kind of weird how that works out. A lot of presidential NIFCs, as you can see. Let's just do a brief look over of them, but we did get a Kennedy and a George H.W. Bush, as well as a Reagan too, so some of the newer ones in there making appearances. And then the Native American NIFCs, we got a whole bunch into the collection. That is definitely a weak point on those collection books right now, but we did get 1 double, which you can see right here. So that's Mohawk Ironworkers. I don't remember the date on it specifically, but yeah, as you can see, those are a little bit tougher to come by. But yeah, lots of good stuff in the dollar coins as always. So yeah, that's pretty much what an entire box of every coin, $2,375 face value in coins, boils down to. We definitely made some good finds. That West Point quarter was nice. We got a silver nickel, which ended up being a low mintage as well. So those were probably the best 2, but there's a lot of other good stuff, especially in those dollar coins. Like we found so many proofs. We got a proof Susan B. Anthony, which was amazing. And a lot of 2009s across the board as well. I mean, nickels, we got 3. Dimes, we got 2, we got 4 in the pennies. Not to mention a whole bunch of wheat pennies and older nickels as well. So all in all, not too bad, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see me do this again. I definitely will, because it was a lot of fun. Real quickly, before we finish this series off, just want to remind you, if you're interested in picking up any of the coin placemats which you saw in today's video, you can head on over to my website at quinscoins.com, and I'll put links down in the description below. But anyways, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every single week. I always bring you along with the hunts and having a good time. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next one.